Hello, my name is Bill Arnold, and I'd like to welcome you to Prevail Marketing's first YouTube production. It's been a number of years since I've done one of those, so please bear with me. It's been a while. This won't be the best, but it will be one of many, I promise you. And why is that? Because today we're going to start something I've never done before. In fact, I think very few marketing agencies have ever done this. We are going to start an experiment called the Great Marketing Experiment of 2023-2024. And what does that mean? That means that for the next 365 days, not counting today, starting tomorrow, we are going to do a YouTube video every single day about a topic that we hope you'll find educational, informational about marketing and sales. And we're not only doing it on YouTube. That may have been done already. We are going to look at every single relevant social media channel, including our own blog, and we are going to start promoting something every single day in each of these channels. What does that mean? Well, first off, it means a lot of work for us because I don't think that's something you take lightly when you endeavor something like that. But each channel has its own unique attributes and features. Obviously, on YouTube, it's going to be a video. On LinkedIn, it's going to be a combination of videos and also written context. We're going to do this every single day. The whole point is we've always heard, everyone's heard since 2013 when Forbes came out and said, content is king and distribution is queen and she wears the pants, that we have to create great content and distribute that content across the internet. Well, times have changed. It used to be easy to figure out what kind of content to create and where to place it. I mean, there were clear differentials. This was a B2C channel. This was a B2B channel. You knew where to post things. Well, those lines have really blurred over the last few years, tremendously. It's no longer the case that every channel, with maybe the exception of a few like LinkedIn, is really dedicated to a particular type of audience. For the most part, you can go to TikTok, and I can find on my feed B2B marketing promotions. I can find people promoting all sorts of products and services from a service standpoint, talking about their business. That wasn't what the original intent with those channels were, but that's how they're being used. And you know what? They're getting traction. It's working. We're going to do a great experiment. We're going to find out what's working on each channel. Over the next 365 days, we're going to explore every channel, try to tinker with the content, how we present the content. Some days it may be, video on each of these channels. Sometimes it may be other things. We're going to invite guests to this channel as well. So it's not just me talking every single day. We're going to have broadcasts where I basically interview some of the best minds of the industry, what's working for them, what isn't working for them, why they changed. We're going to explore each one of these every single week, every single day. Every single month, we're going to recap what's worked, what hasn't worked. And we're going to try to, do what I tell all my clients to do. We're going to take a look at the metrics. And we're going to optimize. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. That's a big order. I understand. Why are we doing this? Do we have that much free time that we have nothing better to do in our lives than just sit here and bore everybody with our content? No, not at all. We're doing this because content distribution actually works. I know this for a fact. I've seen it happen. I'm going to give you two examples of what I know and how I know it's worked, besides my personal example, because I always tell my clients, don't necessarily believe what my experience has been. Let me tell you about some other experiences that I know, and you can verify them. I mean, back in 2015, I was at a HubSpot partner conference in Boston, and a very brave, very small agency got up and started to lament the fact that about 4 or 5 months earlier, they were on the verge of going out of business. For a lot of reasons, they lost most of their clients. They had to let go of most of their staff. And the 4 principals were sitting there trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. Do we throw it away? Do we walk away? How can we resurrect this? We have no money. How can we improve this? And so they decided to eat their own dog food. They decided to do what they told their clients, create great content. And so they started creating a blog a day, just a blog a day, and normal distribution through LinkedIn on their own website. Didn't do any paid ads, any paid promotions. Well, they started after about 2 or 3 months. They started to get a little traction. So I said, let's do more. And so all of them started writing blogs a day. So now they had 4 or 5 blogs a day, every single day. And I'm not talking about blogs for the sake of blog, because content's not that. Content's got to be content that has a purpose, a reason, that provides great information. Otherwise, why bother? And so they created great content every single day, day in and day out. Well, when they came and told us, they were in the midst of that process, and they said, it's a great experiment. We're trying it. We don't know what's going to happen. Well, I can tell you what happened to that agency. I'm not going to mention the names, but if they want to, if they see this, and I doubt they will, they can raise their hand. They are now one of the largest, if not the largest, HubSpot agency, period. End of story. They did that primarily by creating great content. As time went on, they invited other people to participate, guest bloggers, do webinars with talking about what other people's experience has been, the kind of things we're going to do. Now, we're going to do not more than one a day. One a day is probably a lot. Okay, but we're going to do one a day consistently for 365 days across every single platform. The other thing is how effective can these things be? I'll give you another story. This one's more personal to me. It has to deal with my sons. Back in 2019, my one son decided to do a YouTube broadcast. Didn't tell anybody, just started doing it. It was like cryptocurrency, altcoins, Bitcoin. And he did it, and about doing it for a few months, and after a while he came to us and said, by the way, I've got 10,000 followers after doing it for a few months. Everyone was shocked. I mean, that seemed like an awfully large number. How does anyone get 10,000 followers for anything, right? Well, he invited his brother, my other son, to participate, and they went on a journey. They worked other jobs at the time, but they did this every single day, creating a YouTube production every single day in and day out. Nobody was watching a lot of those days. They did it just because they were disciplined. Well, fast forward, I think they've got about 1.41 million, something around that, followers, subscribers on YouTube. They got about an equal number on Twitter, before what we now call X. They did that by consistent, great content. Now, do I think I'm going to get 1,400,000 followers or subscribers? Nah, that's not even in the ballpark. Let's face it, marketing and sales is not a very sexy subject that a lot of people want to follow. Bitcoin, Altcoin Daily, altcoins are like, by the way, if you want to follow on Altcoin Daily on YouTube. You won't be disappointed. But I don't think I'm going to get that number of followers. In fact, I don't think anyone's going to actually see this video. Maybe they'll go back afterwards and find out how it started. Who knows? If I got 20,000 at the end of 1 year, I would consider that such a major win. Oh my God, I would be like, wow, how did this even happen? Now, that's not the point. That's not the purpose. There's a lot of reasons. And then how am I going to gauge success for this project? Well, first off, just the mere fact of doing it every single day for 365 days, that alone will be a success. If I can pull that off, if I can do that, unlike my sons, I got one of me that's doing it right now. Maybe I'll bring other people to do it with me as time goes on, part of other members of Prevail Marketing. But I'm going to do this now, and I'm going to make that a major success if I just did it every single day. That's the first measure of success. The second measure of success is I'm not trying to please to get all the followers, but I know if I do constant content, great content over a series of months, I'm going to find something. People are going to follow some of this content back to my website because they're going to want to find out what else is out there. I'm going to hit some nerve somewhere with somebody. I'm going to get enough of those nerves, enough people follow me back, that Google's going to say, hey, maybe this site has something worthwhile. Maybe we ought to send more people to it. And it's the best part of this. I'm restarting Prevail Marketing after about, 3-4 years of being in-house, working as chief growth officer, chief revenue officer for president for a number of companies. So I'm restarting this agency with some of the same people. But the point being is, it's ground zero. We don't have any traffic right now. Zero. So anything we get, we're going to be able to measure the performance, where it came from, how we got there, what is working, what isn't working. And we're going to report that back to you. So again, I'm trying to please the Google gods, if you will. Yes, Bing, I know you're out there. We hear you. Thank you. Send some. Appreciate it. But Google, we're going to ask for Google to try to please Google by doing what we know works for them. But that getting traffic to the site is never, ever success. I tell my clients all the time that, those are just KPIs, key performance indicators. They do not determine what success is. What success is sales, among other things, results. So we're going to see what the results from that. We're going to test the waters. Now, what sites am I going to be posting on besides YouTube? Well, let me tell you. Obviously, my Prevail blog, prevail.marketing. Go there, follow the blog, subscribe. Thank you. LinkedIn, every day on LinkedIn. YouTube, as we're here. X, formerly Twitter, we're going to post on that probably multiple times a day because that's how Twitter works. Twitter, you have to post more than once to actually get traction. I think it lasts, 15 minutes an average post. I used to say tweet, but now it's post. Facebook. We're going to post on Facebook every single day. Yes, people from work in business do go to Facebook. Instagram, a combination of videos and also written posts. TikTok, that's going to be a lot of fun. Never done a TikTok. Threads and Blue Sky. Those are the ones we're going to be doing. So if you go to my blog at Prevail Marketing, you can find links to each one of those stuff on the blog. We're going to measure what the results are. We're going to try to do the way that every site says you ought to do. We're not going to cut corners. So that's the start of this experiment. We can keep this relatively short today. How can you help? Well, glad you asked. First off, I'd love your participation and feedback. If you're seeing this, comment, like, share, whatever. Engage with us. If you disagree with what I'm saying as I go along and do those various posts throughout the year, I appreciate feedback. One of the things I've learned from marketing is no one has all the right answers. Everything's a learning experience. And once you think you know everything, you're wrong. So I love your feedback. I love you think I'm right or when I'm wrong. And if you're professional about it, we'll engage. I promise I'll respond back if you're professional. And if you're really, really good, I'll invite you on the channel to do a face-to-face and we'll debate it back and forth. If you come up with topics, I guarantee you, well, it's hard to believe I won't have topics, but I guarantee around month 8, I may be running low. So if you have any topics, anything you'd like me to talk about, please share with me. If you'd like to be on this channel, I'd like to take one day and promote, write something and get it promoted across all the stuff. Probably not now, but once we get traction, you might. Welcome to talk to you about it. Okay. If you want, something like a video, we can it yourself and have a conversation. We've got a few lined up already, some really, really good people that I think you'll be impressed with. But again, we'd love to have that conversation with you as well. So that's it. So I'll end it with this. Well, first off, come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to drill down onto what I call is how do you define marketing sales success? I'll tell you that 95% of all my clients' initial comment is wrong. And I know that because after we have a discussion, I tell them what my definition of marketing sales success is. They agree with it 100% of the time. So come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about how you define marketing sales success. But I'm going to end with this, something that I think I'm going to get tired of saying. I know I'm going to get tired of saying, and you're going to get me tired of hearing me say this. I promise you, if you follow me. Like, subscribe, comment, and follow, and share. Please. Until tomorrow. Have a good day.